Desktop, yeah.
It's called a desktop, technically speaking, but it's actually a laptop.
Okay, well, but I do have a desktop.
Right. Okay, yeah, I saw that.
Okay.
Yeah, your software's way out of date too.
Well, it doesn't update me.
Manage recovery keys. Hold on. Let's see here. Verify your email.
Yes.
Can you go check your AOL email and put that code in there? There you go. That's the key you need to try.
This part right here?
No, this whole thing where it says recovery key. You
All
might
of
be.
them?
That's all one key.
Oh,
So turn your laptop on and type that key in that sequence, top to bottom.
let me just take a picture of this.
Yeah, it works. You lucked out. I'm thinking that's it.
Okay, well,
Yeah.
man, for people that are not tech savvy on this stuff,
Yeah, I know. And
that's why they keep you busy.
I make these companies. I make fun of these companies because they design this stuff for themselves. If they would just hire their parents, then I'd be out of a job.
All right, so I mean,
Yeah.
So when I do this, I just type. Like
Yeah.
that.
So like it's each grouping. So each of those is 6 digits.
Yeah. So just
Yeah. Just do it. Yep.
just go run it all the way
Yeah.
through.
You see, that's the pattern that's going to show up, and that's sort of. Sorry about
That's
that.
okay. It's okay. And so no dashes like they have it.
I think the dashes are going to automatically
Oh.
show up.
Okay.
It's been a while since I've typed that.
Oh boy. Okay.
It's all right. We've just made a lot of progress. You have any pets?
No, I don't.
Oh, all right.
I live here right on Avenue A, so I just walked over here.
Yeah.
So how long have you been here?
Just a month and a half.
Okay, that's good. Hope you're planning to stay around.
Well, I was up in Manhattan for several years,
Oh,
and
okay.
that building I was in is coming down, so we all needed to get out anyway. Lovely. Another keyboard that's glued in. That's not very repairable. That's not fun. Hack.
So press enter to continue. So
Let me see what it looks like. Yeah, good.
They put the dashes in by
Yes,
itself.
go for it. Hit that enter key. Looks like it's working.
I hope so.
Yeah.
I can't imagine. I'll try. You know, so you think I should just? Do they do like automatic updates to the cloud or whatever?
Well,
Or
so
what?
you at some point probably did everything you were supposed to. You signed into the cloud account. Is Windows on its desktop now?
It's just if something didn't go as planned.
Let me
go
see.
in
Oh.
your
Oh.
undo.
Okay, yeah. So Microsoft probably sent out an update that broke your thing, which is why you coincidentally or not so coincidentally are the same person, the same problem as someone else. So an update broke, triggered BitLocker, and here we are. Good news is I think that key is correctly got us to where we are.
Okay.
So if this update is able to uninstall itself, do the BitLocker key again, and then log in without that update. So the problem is, it looks like, also what I noticed is that you have like a 2-year-old version of Windows 10, so you're literally 2 years out of date.
Okay.
So you do want to do those with a regular sort of effort.
Okay. Let me see how long this thing takes.
It might be several minutes, so that's good that you brought your cable. You can always plug in if it still needs that. No,
Well, you know, I don't even know how much I have in battery because
I
I just
yeah.
can't get anywhere.
right.
Well, this is a good sign. At least I got this coming up finally.
Oh, yeah. So BitLocker, that was your BitLocker.
Okay.
So what saved you is that it was backed up to your cloud account, your Microsoft account.
Okay, so going forward from here, what's the best way for me to back everything up so I don't have to worry?
Well, not only has it already saved, but you took a picture of it, so now you have a picture documentation of it, but you'd also be able to print it out and put it in a folder, basically an IT folder, and always have it.
Okay.
Yeah.
But now for my data to be saved, so I don't
Well,
have
yeah, so that key is supposed to protect your data from thieves,
Okay.
but to back it up, you want it in your cloud anyway.
Okay.
And if you use the Microsoft cloud, that key will cover that.
Okay.
So if you sign into the Microsoft cloud, once you get into your login, are you able to log in now?
Yeah, I mean,
Okay. So if you log into that same Microsoft account that you were able to get the key from, right here, that cloud here, this icon here. Yes. You're going to sign into the same account in there, and that'll back everything up to the cloud.
does it do it automatically or
Yes.
when I tell it to?
Whenever it's online, so automatically.
Okay. So I supposedly we'll never lose anything,
Right.
or at the most maybe like a few hours.
We need to see, it sounds like you're in better shape than you probably realize, because we think we just undid everything, or we unlocked everything.
Okay. And it was because of a Microsoft update.
I will never know, but that sure is what it looks like. And anytime two people or more call me with the exact same problem, it's usually a software issue that Microsoft or Apple or any of those huge companies goofed up with. Wow, yeah, this keyboard does not want to be repaired. Well, that's unfortunate. Let's see what my options are here.
This thing is not connected.
Well, oh, you got to get on my Wi-Fi. Get it on the Wi-Fi. That's why it hesitated.
Okay. Well, okay, let me go ahead and take care of it at home so I don't bother you anymore. But what can I pay you for your services?
Well, you can. I charge by the half hour. Why don't you stick around and get it done and make sure you're up and running? I'll charge you the $60. I don't like charging for half fixes and then you're frustrated if something glitches out again.
No bad. You got me in. Which is
Yeah, but now let's get you cloud backed up. So,
because I've never hooked this up to the internet at all.
ever?
No.
Okay, so that is part of your issue. You do want to get it online, if only to do your updates for reliability
No,
and
this thing
security.
will let me know, hey, you got to update. So I said,
Yeah.
okay, go ahead.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I don't browse. Or
Yeah.
anything.
Well,
Just to
because it's a
protect-
laptop, and even though it's telling you, you're out of date. When we logged in, it said you had version 2009 of Windows 10, which is a couple of years old. So, yes, you won't necessarily want to stay here to do that, but you have more than an hour of downloading to do.
Oh, really?
So you're not as up to date as you probably thought.
Okay.
Hey, this thing is like a TV.
So, let's see, I'm not at home, so I can't get to my home
Your home what?
Wi-Fi.
Well, use mine.
Okay.
South Bay Tech Gurus.
Okay, there it is.
Password, I can come type, here, let me type it. I don't mind giving it to you, I just,
No, it's okay.
a couple of digits I keep forgetting here. No, wrong password. WINNER11280. Okay, so there we go. Now it'll sign in. You're using McAfee.
That could be another question I can ask you. What is a good antivirus?
Windows 11, which is what you have here, is pretty good by itself.
Okay.
So these updates never happen because it's a laptop, and if it's not on when these updates are offered up, then you remain out of date. So this is Windows 11. You're not as out of date as I thought. So you hadn't logged. So what I was looking at is that you hadn't logged into your cloud account with Microsoft for about 2 years.
Right.
So you are more up to date because what I saw in the website is a version of Windows 10. So this thing shipped with Windows 10, but now it does actually have Windows 11.
Okay.
It is out of date, but not nearly as out of date as I assumed. Now that we're in here, and I now know what version of Windows you have.
Okay.
So we're going to do these updates, restart the machine, and go from there. So just let these updates. You have about one plug in. You have a few minutes. Let me see how much battery you have there.
It's at 15%.
You're going to want more than that, just to be safe. Let's see here. I guess I don't have anything over there for you to plug. Oh, yeah, I do. Okay, so yeah, this is such a light use machine. You still have factory packaging on this power cable here. All right. We can plug this in right here,
Okay.
but I gotta undo this packaging.
Yeah, it's okay.
There. Just remember not to leave it here. That's happened before.
Okay.
So this seems to have been a Microsoft issue. Here we are.
So Windows Update restart now. Oh, am I supposed to restart this?
Yeah, if it's asking you for it, yes. Hi, it's Chris. Are you guys down the street or something? I was wondering if one of you can come by here. I think I had a conversation with you about one of the possible issues with this computer could be. This keyboard, do you remember me telling you how some of these keyboards are not very repairable? Yeah, I actually showed you video of me doing another computer with this problem. Well, this keyboard also is riveted in, and if I pull out the parts to get to the keyboard, even though I can find the keyboard replacement, I can't do a perfect repair. It's going to look like kind of shoddy because it's one single piece of metal, and I'm going to have to break all the plastic rivets. I showed you that video of exactly this issue I now have here, and I never know what I'm literally getting into until I'm staring at the inside of the machine. So I can, yeah, good. That's exactly why I wanted to have that conversation, because where we are right now is that I'm thinking I can still fix this, but it won't necessarily be a perfect fix. It'll look like kind of like a car. Did I use the analogy of having a car that's been rear-ended real hard, so it can be fixed, but it never drives straight again? Yeah, okay. Yeah, okay. I just feel I get frustrated because I'm not able to offer a factory result here because HP doesn't want it to be repaired. They'd rather you actually just replace the whole machine. So I'm a little frustrated. I'm sure you're going to notice it won't be perfect, but all the keys will work, but it might look like a little. Well, I showed you the video. I don't have a way to straighten out this metal. It's going to be slightly bent out of shape when I put it back together. I just needed to convey that. Right. Yeah. Right. I just wanted you to know what I was up against because you guys are paying me to do the work. And it looks like I did my records. I need to. It looks like he paid for the labor for the work I already did, and the parts for today's work, but not the labor. So he would still. You guys still owe labor if I can get this thing to fire up properly. So we can rehash this conversation later. All right. Cool. Thank you. Okay. Cool. Thanks. Oh, when you come by, we could double check. Just have him bring over the card that he used to pay, so I can check out each time I charged him. That's fine. Yeah, I knew that this machine was going to be a bit of a challenge. That's why I got on it today, and obviously I got my dogs on my mind, so I'm not working at full speed ahead. So, okay, cool. Thank you. Bye. All right, so where are you?
Just say downloading, but 0%, not doing.
Oh yeah, that's normal. Yeah, it's actually doing it. So just sit there and let it happen.
Okay.
Oh, I hate these computers that are just not that repairable.
It's designed that way for a purpose.
Well, let me show you what the conversation I just had here. I'm supposed to replace the keyboard. Do those plastic rivets look like they're designed to be popped off and put back on?
No.
Right, exactly. I was able to find the factory keyboard replacement, but obviously it was designed for a big, heavy $1 million machine to install it. So in order for me to fix this machine, I have to pry each of these rivets off, which means this whole piece of metal is going to bend a little bit and not be as straight as it is right now, which is exactly what I just tried to articulate over the phone. So
This is part of a keyboard?
I'm trying to get to the keyboard. See, it's built underneath,
Oh, yeah.
and the kid pried a couple of keys apart. So normally, or in the old days when machines were 10 years old or older, you literally just take 20 or 30 screws and unscrew it. So my challenge is hoping that's what I'm going to dig under this machine, but if I find something like this, then I have to have a conversation. I actually usually record. I only have one camera working for a different type of work that I do. Like when I work on desktops, I can leave the camera there. But I'm going to get another camera that goes over here so I can point out here. I've actually filmed myself doing this sort of work. And I have an example that I can now show. Like I knew I might be getting into this. That customer saw that video that I showed her so that in case this is what I was up against, she understands why it might be a fully functional machine, but it might also look like I spray painted a car.
See, at least you're covering yourself
Right.
against any potential problems. in the
Right.
future.
And these customers that I work with are usually pretty good. Very, very rarely might I have some sort of Karen type of customer that's like, you didn't do a perfect job.
Right.
And in which case, most jobs don't matter because they're straightforward. I already know what I'm getting into. And it's all screw or unscrew labor. This, I have to basically pry it apart and hope it doesn't look too manhandled when I'm done.
But when you put the cover back on, you're not going to know.
But because this is a large piece of metal, it's sort of like the frame rail in a car. It's kind of the backbone. It is the backbone for the keyboard. So when you push the keyboard, you're not pushing all the way through the palm rest. So it makes sure that the keys don't push too far. The travel stays where it needs to stay.
Right.
So the key only travels like up and down so far is what I mean by travel. So this I have to figure out how to remove without it giving me too much grief.
Is there such thing as a rivet remover tool?
Well, with like I said, $1 million machine, yes. And even with a rivet tool, I'm still going to end up prying this off. This is so, to do this without making it looking like I was even in here. I can't charge multiple hours of labor to swap out a keyboard on a laptop.
Right. Okay, so this one's downloaded 100%.
Good.
But this other thing, security update, it says install error.
Okay, well, go ahead and restart it and do a few more updates. This keyboard is just pissing me off. All right, I'm gonna end this right now. So there you go, an explanation on how to deal with your BitLocker. There we are. I tried to film, oh, I'm sorry, I never even told you, but your identity wasn't on camera. I hit the record button, but so I'm talking to everyone online. So I hope you heard everything about our BitLocker issue. If you have questions on how to fix the issue, you can give me a call at 855-434-8787 or show up in the chat and say hi there. I just don't have, I'm not properly set up today. It's been a long start to the week. Some of you know exactly why. Give me a call at 855-434-8787. I think I'm done going live today, but otherwise, that's how we get it. If you want live content, show up at random intervals or